Další díl miniseriálu věnuji rozhovoru s Olenou Vakarenko, jednou z našich milých hostitelek. Povídali jsme si v parku nedaleko univerzity, kde Olena studovala a kde začala její cesta k arboristice. Olena nám prozradí nejen něco ze svého příběhu, ale také jak se v dnešní Ukrajině žije a pracuje lidem, kteří pečují o stromy.
Hello, I'm Olena Vakarenko. I'm an arborist in Semen Oblomei Foundation in Ukraine. Our mission is to develop the arboriculture in our country, to bring the best practices, to teach people here, to have everything best what we can and to bring it here for our specialists. And also we work with common people. We're trying to educate them, to explain them something about trees, about nature, about the importance of trees. And we also work with people who are making decisions in our country, in our big cities. We are trying to communicate with them, to explain them the importance of our trees and maybe to change something. The Semen Oblomei Foundation was founded in honor of the Semen Oblomei, who was the young man. He was a student. When the big war began, he decided to go to defend his country, his family, his life, but unfortunately he was murdered on this war. He was really young. He has his future in front of him. And he wanted also be an arborist. He was interested in trees, in nature. He wanted to do everything best, but we lost him. And his family who lost him wanted to do something in his memory. And they decided that he didn't have a possibility to study arboriculture in Ukraine. So he won't have this possibility, but we can try to give this possibility to other people, to young people like him, because trees are the future. And when Semen sacrificed his life, it was for our future, for us to live, for all people to live. So what should we do? We should live for his memory, for his life, for life of other people, for children, for the future. I was born in this city, the huge city actually, but I also lived on the side of this city, near this beautiful forest. So I'm a citizen of a capital, but I'm also a citizen of a forest. And for me it was natural to live in the forest, to go by metro to my work. And I want people to understand that it's so beautiful to have forest or to have trees inside your city. And not everybody can have it. So we should take care of our trees. And I really like to show people what the trees are. And for me, the trees are the home for many, many, many species. And the trees are the source of a life for this species and also for us people. Because I'm saying every time I meet the people, I'm saying, hello, I'm Olena and I'm a dendrophile. The person who loves trees. And if you like to breathe, you also like trees. Because it is impossible to live without trees. We just do not understand it because we live in a really green city, but our aim is to save it, to prevent the loss of the trees, of the big trees, because they are also a part of our history. And now I also work in Bucha with guys who lived there during the occupation even. And now there are a really strong arboriculture community in Bucha. Guys work with trees damaged by war, and I see how trees reacting. And it's also difficult. I understand that people sometimes want to cut down these trees because they remind them the tragedy. But I also see how trees trying to recover, and it gives me hope. So I think this is unfortunately not really good situation when we have to study these trees, but maybe it will help us someday because war is still in our country, war is still here, and we will lose our trees, not only people but also trees, and we need to find something, some ways to manage these trees. Sometimes we need to save them because they are witnesses of our history. They are part of our lives. So someday, I hope my friend from Bucha will come with his grandchildren and show some really old tree, and he will say, "Oh, you see, here was a wound made by Russians, a wound in this big tree, and you don't see it now, really." And I hope it will be something like that.